but wakubwa ndo wanakuli.
Punchline after punchline after punchline. You have to love the beautiful work of this man by the name Willie Oeba. I'm just going to introduce him to you in a moment. But if you're joining us right now, this is the best of the best shows in the country. At Africa, tumeanza kurankiwa mazejo. So ni kunoma. Hashtag KTN Morning Express continues. And right about now, I'm going to be doing Celebrity Chat. Later on, we'll have MC Sefa and Ivy who are going to be joining me for Hot Topics. So if you're out there, better use the hashtag KTN Morning Express. You can tag me at Brian_Seli, tag us at KTN News. It's as simple as that. This is where we officially welcome the weekend. So, kama umeanza weekend yako in another place, then I don't think you're going to have a weekend because this is where we officially usher it. So make sure that you make your comments real quick. Stand up. Put your hands together for the one, the only, one of the best spoken words, King Kaka's personal favorite, Willie Oeba. Good morning, Willie Oeba. Uko poa?
Good morning, uko fiti.
Good to see you, man. Uko sawa?
Niko fresh and clean kabisa. Mungu anasaidia.
Mungu anasaidia sana. Hebu tuambie hizo punchlines kwanza before you introduce yourself like you do. Punchline after punchline, man. Dear Deputy President is your latest work of art. Hebu tugusie kidogo, hebu tupigie hizo mistari kwanza, alafu tuambie what was running through your mind when you're writing this.
So, dear Mr. Deputy President, nasikia 2022 nataka kiti, but system na deep state imeamua kuuphold ombina ya national anthem na tuzidi kukaa na uhuru. Na Senate ilibetray Kenyans ile time wali decide kukuwa na Waiguru. Despite kuwa DP, nasikia kuna freedom uenjoy, bado nasikia literally hauko na uhuru design. So, Kenya ilikuwa na go through mind yangu, I'm doing an album inaitwa Dear God, yeah? Iko na pieces like Dear Mr. President, Dear Dad, Dear Mama. It's a series of letters, yeah? Okay. And I'm writing letters to specific people. Now, I'm literally, it's about the truth. So what was going through my mind that time, ni could speak my mind to kuji express, yani, with so much truth. Though, kuna wase wengi wapendi ukweli, lakini si ukweli ni ukweli. Mungu anasaidia.
Mungu anasaidia, unaogopa kushikwa ama nini? Because so many young people can't speak like the way you're doing. So are you protesting? What are you doing, man? What are you doing with these pieces?
I'm expressing. I'm an expressionist. You know, I said what I do is express myself, then people call it poetry. So siogopi kushikwa. Sasa utashika king umpeleke wapi, bro? That is treason.
Let me tell you, one exciting thing about you and I is that we knew each other way before all these things. Before hii sijui fame, sijui nasikia siku hizi watu wanakuita master, sijui vitu kama hizo. But you've been working on projects and you work so hard. You work very hard. And I remember last year, actually early this year or last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yes, you came all the way from Nakuru to just hand me your CD, man. What drives you? What drives you, man?
Oh, that was early this year. Okay, yeah. So what drives me is the fact that I am not where I want to be. Every morning, I wake up and work harder. And also they say, true leadership is in delegation. So my intention is not to change the world, but to inspire the mind that will change the world. So I'm looking for that one mind that will change the world. But bado sijaipata. So that is what inspires me on a daily.
Umeongea vibaya hapo, hujaipata and you're my friend. I'm one of those guys who's going to change the world. Let's talk about Ism. It's an album from 2019. But it's brought about new changes. It's brought about a new face. And I have to tell people that you come from Nakuru. So talk to us about the influence that Ism has had in Nakuru and to the country at large.
Now, I also have the copy of the album here. You can see it clearly.
Yeah.
So on this album, I'm sitting on top of my city. Yeah. Okay. That is Nakuru on the background. So I wrote this album with the city on my mind and my head and my eyes on top of the city. So Nakuru has inspired this album Sana, yeah? And I want to shout out everyone from Nakuru. I'm a proud Nax vegan because this album is based on real life experience. From the time I was born, high school, yeah, it has everything in there. So they are all tailored in Nakuru, yeah? My pieces in this album, from Tribute to Mama, from Shuja, they are all tailored in Nakuru, though I have done collabs with people from Nairobi, like Bendihuru, Eldoret, like Sanganga, but mostly they're all tailored in Nakuru. And you know, Nakuru is the hub of art, not spoken word peke yake, but art, music, you know that, sindio?
Ni Nairobi mtu yangu. Wacha tusiargue. It's Nairobi, man.
Yeah,
but I love Nakuru. I love Nakuru.
Nakuru is in my heart, yani, for days. I'm proud Nax vegan.
How hard is it, or how hard is it? How hard or how different is it for a Nakuru artist in the arts industry compared to guys maybe in Nairobi or different cities of the world? Because sometimes maybe something pops, it has to come to Nairobi and then exported to the rest of the world. How does it work for all the artists in Nakuru?
It is very hard to operate in Nakuru. I will be frank with you, because there's a precedence that has been created. You know, Nakuru is a passerby town, yeah? Ni penye watu usimama, wakienda Nairobi, wakienda Eldoret, and Nakuru is very near to Nairobi.
Yeah.
So most artists prefer going to Nairobi because that is where all the resources are. And they have set this precedence to a point that there is nothing in Nakuru, because people know, nitatoka Nakuru, niende Nairobi, then I do my stuffs from Nairobi. So it's very hard because vitu haziran. But right now, we have people who are making things run in Nakuru, yeah? And I want to shout out a few of them. Like we have MC Emos, yeah? He's doing big in Nakuru.
I know Emos. Emos is a good friend of mine.
He has his own studio in Nakuru. And wasi wamekataa kukaa huko Nairobi, but wabuild hapa, yeah? We have Yarida Media, yeah? They're doing great in Nakuru, yeah? They have an audio studio, a video studio, yeah? We have awesome photographers, videographers, kina Spider X, yeah? Kina Amundi walituwepa wakenda Nairobi, lakini napenda watu wa Nairobi sana. Though sometimes I'm in Nairobi most of the time, but proud Nax vegan for life.
Proud Nax vegan. Ebu, let's talk a little bit about your upcoming album. It drops in 2020, and kudos, by the way. It's called Dear God.
Thank you.
You've already given us a snippet that in Dear God, there's so many different letters to different people. But you are not afraid to target people in power, and you're not also afraid to just compliment or just be sentimental about the people in your life. Just talk to us about how the writing process, like from point A to point Z. How do you decide that this piece is going to make it to the album, and how many pieces are we expecting in the album?
Okay, so we are expecting 12 tracks plus a bonus track, that is 13. Then we have some of the pieces that have already dropped, like Dear God and Dear Mr. President. Actually, Dear Mr. Deputy President is a bonus track on that album. So the writing process of that album, I started the writing process in April 3rd. Then I released Dear Mr. President around the same time, yeah? So I had premeditated of the pieces that I wanted to make in the album. So I have 2 musical pieces, and the other one are spoken word write-ups. And specifically, they are addressed to specific people. Like Dear Dad is addressed to my late dad. And I had premeditated for the longest time. So the pieces that are in this album are not pieces that I would want to perform on a normal day, on an event. I wouldn't go to an event and perform Dear Mr. Deputy President, or I wouldn't want to perform Dear Dad. So it's for posterity, and it's from a point of expression. These are the things I ever wanted to say for the longest time, but I didn't know how. I didn't have the audience. I had the booth, so I put it on the booth with the microphone. So the pieces that are in this album, majorly, are for expression. Yeah.
Okay, that's really deep, knowing that artists don't just spill the beans, they often take time to create, and I respect that so much. Let's talk a little bit about the East African spoken word battle.
Yeah.
What's that? Talk to us about it.
So you're sitting with the East Africa Spoken Word Battle King, the reigning king, So it is an event that goes down biannually, So the last one went down in 2018, and the other one is supposed to go down this year, but because of coronavirus, I think next year. So we have artists from Uganda, from Tanzania, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Somalia, and from Kenya. 2 from every country, 4 from Kenya. Then we go on a 6-round battle. So first introductory round, then there are 2 judges, and then we have on the last round now the audience through the truth meter decide who the winner is, So it went down in 2018, Kisumu, and I won. So the other one is going down maybe this year or next year, and I would really like other poets to join in because it's part of learning process, And it has opened ways, partnerships, So you're sitting with the East Africa Spoken Word Battle King.
Ndio maana uko hapa, bro. That's why you're here. Most recently, we've seen you do lots of social justice pieces, and it's becoming a wave. We saw Wajinga Nyinyi, and King Kaka, through his Twitter post, actually said you're his best spoken word artist. How did that make you feel, and why these social justice pieces as we finish?
You know, something about King Kaka that people don't really know, I have been looking up to this guy for the longest time, For the longest time, since I started spoken word poetry, I've been listening to Swahili Shakespeare, from the time he was Kaka Sungura, Then we met up at Blaze, and I said, hey, I want to be like this guy, even better, So I talked to my mom. My mom is a very religious person. I told her, hey, today I'm going to perform on the same stage with King Kaka. You know what she told me? You see, the same thing that woman who was bleeding did to Jesus. You are religious, That woman touched the veil,
Yes.
So that time, King Kaka, he's still a star. That time was a star, He's still a star,
Yeah, he still is.
But right now we have a rapport, we talk.
You can say that you're boys.
So, so nilikuwa nachezea mbali, it was 2017. So all I did, bila alitoka stage, I had to tap the grace. And nikamtap, nikamwambia King, na kanigotea. Kaniambia umefanya kazi poa. Na ile siku ndakutaka, ndakutafuta. Usinitafute, usiniombe namba. Ile siku nye ndakutaka, ndakutafuta. Na when Wajinga Nyinyi dropped, he just hit me up. Ni King Kaka. Mgani? King Kaka.
King Kaka.
Karibu niwaambie Buddha perform.
Perform ndio nijue kama ni wewe.
So social justice is part of who I am because in 2017, January 21st, that was my mama's birthday, my mother's birthday. I was going into town. So in Nakuru, there is this group inaitwa Confirmed, wanatumianga watu text messages ati confirmed, nitumie mpesa, rudisha nimetuma kwa namba mbaya. So they are based in Nakuru. They have dreadlocks, So I had baby locks and I was getting into a matatu. And then one policeman saw me na kashuku. I looked suspicious because I had a power bank, a mulika muizi, and a smartphone. Stereotype. So when we alighted, akatoka kwa matatu, and then there was a tussle kiasi, and he put a gun on my head, So I was furious, nikanock yo gun, nikaanguka, people came, ilikuwa fracas sana. So I almost died because of mistaken identity. But what that policeman did to me, you know, once they put a gun on your head, it's like manze wamekumada. But they didn't kill me. They didn't kill me. They killed the fear in me. Okay, so that is why I wouldn't shun away from speaking from the truth, because a lot of youths are being murdered out here. That time is, but what we need is justice, because ile peace tuna enjoy depend on justice.
Thank you so much, Willie Oeba, for creating time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, champ.
You literally just made Nakuru to wake up and watch us some more. Asanteni sana, and a big shout out to people in Nakuru.
Izim is live and Nakuru is happy.
Apo sawa. Now, people want to experience Mr. President. Have a good morning and better rest of the day. And if you're in Nakuru, big shout out to you. MC Amos, sijakusahau. Right about now, I want you to experience some more ism. Right now, I want you to check out Dear Mr. President, which was one of the pieces that came pretty much earlier in the year. And as we go on a short commercial break, stand by, because we're going to have hot topics.